Feminine energy is the most powerful thing in the world. Once you learn how to embody it, embrace it, live by it, people want it. Other people will try to suck it out of you. Feminine energy micro habits that have completely transformed my feminine energy from within and without and externally. Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Rebecca. I'm your self-development sis, and I post self-development content every Sunday to help you go from surviving to thriving. We're all about self-development for the girlies here. So today's video, we are getting into 10 feminine energy micro habits, things you can implement today to start really embracing, embodying, and radiating this magnetic feminine energy that already exists within you. So I'm not going to get too much into feminine versus masculine energy in this video because I have other ones on my channel and on my podcast if you want to listen to more of the basics of feminine energy. But essentially, when I think about feminine energy, I think about this radiant, magnetic, confident, like fully embodied version of the feminine, of you, whatever that looks like for you. And there's certain things and habits that you can start implementing right now to embrace more of that feminine energy. Because baby girl, feminine energy is your superpower. It's your birthright. And it's exactly the feeling and energy within you that we get neglected in today's society. So I'm going to help you bring it back in and learn how to kind of show that off yourself, because I know for me personally, once I started doing this, I started making these conscious shifts about 2 years ago now when I started learning about feminine energy, and my life transformed. The way I looked changed, the type of attention I got changed, the type of men I was meeting changed, just overall the way I was feeling about myself on a day-to-day level changed. And it's really fascinating and remarkable to see as somebody who used to be completely in their masculine energy. So let's get into the 10 micro habits that you can start today. And they're really easy and simple, and they'll improve your life. Number one of the most important things for feminine energy is to speak kindly to yourself. I can't embrace this and emphasize this enough of how important it is that the feminine is kind to herself. It's such a masculine energy to be so hard on yourself and, do the grind and the hustle and you need to be better. Like that's so masculine versus the feminine who has empathy and understands and cares and is, your number one supporter and says, okay, even if you aren't where you want to be right now, even if you didn't do the best at this thing, I know you're going to get there. I know it's going to be okay. You uplift, you support, you don't put down. And that's what you need to do to yourself, because when you speak kindly to yourself, you're not only doing this internally, but you're also energetically, externally giving off that energy. I can tell, honestly, when somebody has a poor relationship with themselves is because they are literally expressing that and putting that energy onto other people versus somebody who's literally worked on their self-talk and is kinder to themselves. Number 2, feminine energy micro habit. Find one self-care ritual for your beauty routine that makes you feel good. And when I say this, it's not just in the vain way of like, feminine energy, look pretty, whatever. No. I'm saying this because when you take care of yourself, that shines through. And if you find just one thing that makes you feel pretty, makes you feel good, makes you feel confident, that's going to shine through. So you can't emphasize the importance of taking care of yourself. So number 1, for beauty, what does that look like to you? Is that skincare? Is that makeup? Is that an outfit? Is that one product you use on your face that makes you feel good? Is it you're getting your nails done? For me personally, I used to be somebody who hated getting her nails done. I still kind of do hate getting them done, but I would never get them done. And then I just imagined what the most feminine, confident version of me had. And she always had her nails done. She had rings on her fingers. Like little things like that started to help me embrace and embody that feminine energy more. Number 3, one self-care ritual for physical health. So going off of the beauty, you also need to be taking care of yourself physically. You naturally start to radiate more feminine energy when you're taking care of yourself. So what is one physical thing you can start implementing? Is that making a nourishing meal for yourself, drinking more water, going for a walk outside, meditating. Do one thing that's good for yourself because that's going to help radiate more of that feminine. Number 4, a lot of these are routines and a lot of them are self-care and taking care of yourself because that is what the feminine does. But for this one specifically, I want you to think of one morning ritual because I truly believe the way that you set yourself up for the day is the energy that you bring with you for the rest of the day. So how can you start your day with one morning ritual that grounds you, that brings you peace, that makes you feel good? And once you do that, once you're taking care of yourself in that way, especially in the morning, you're going to help radiate more of that energy throughout the rest of the day. Number 5, very important for the feminine, is slowing down. Feminine energy is about literally being in flow, feeling like at peace with yourself in the present moment. And when you're constantly rushing, trying to get from one place to another and trying to do the most and be the most, you're truly in your masculine energy. That's the masculine. And trust me, there's a time and place for that as well. But if you're on a day-to-day level, constantly stressing yourself out, constantly being in a rush, constantly trying to get from one thing to another, you're not embracing your feminine energy. And I would see videos about this all the time, people talking about it, and I really had to have a moment with myself where I'm like, okay, I'm always constantly in a rush, and that's not helping me get to anywhere faster. That's just stressing me out, spiking my cortisol, and making me feel worse about myself. So learning to slow down, having a slow morning when you can, maybe taking Sunday slow mornings once a week, like giving yourself permission to be slower sometimes is a great way to balance it out. Number 6, dressing in a way that makes you feel confident. And when I say this, I mean not always just following the trends, not always just, wearing what's trendy or, this type of outfit or shoe just because that's what everyone else is doing. That might not be your most confident feminine version of you. So what can you start doing that makes you feel confident? What kind of hairstyle can you start doing? Just because everyone's cutting their hair short, does that mean you need to? Just because everyone has their hair, long in this style, does that mean you need to? No. You need to find out what your authentic, beauty style is, because that's going to make you radiate your most feminine energy. It doesn't mean you have to dress feminine or dress in a certain way. It has to be dressed in a way that makes you feel like that best feminine, confident version of you. Tip number 7, the 7th micro habit. This one's huge. Learn how to receive instead of deflect. The feminine is about receiving. The masculine is about doing. So if you can't receive gracefully, you aren't going to be in that feminine energy gracefully. Learn how to receive compliments instead of deflecting them. Say thank you. Learn how to receive help instead of saying, oh my gosh, I can do it all and whatnot. Like, sure, even if you can, it's nice to receive help. It's nice to receive support. Learn how to receive because that puts you more in the receiving energy. So then therefore, you're more in that feminine. Like, literally allow yourself to just receive. Number 8, find the beauty in the little things. This is something that I think is so just nice about being a woman. We can romanticize the little things so much more than I think guys do. And that is a great way to put you in your feminine, is finding the beauty in like your morning cup of coffee and your cute new journal. I just bought a new journal from Amazon and I don't know why it got me so excited, but I'm like, oh my gosh, now I have this journal and I want to journal, and wow, what it is, blessing it is to be alive and I get to do these things. Like, just romanticize the small things in your day. Like, go for a walk outside and romanticize the trees you see and the nature, and like really embrace that present moment of romanticizing whatever it is that's in front of you, because that'll help bring you back into the present, bring you back into your body, bring you back into that feminine, and learn how to romanticize the small things in life. Number 9, I love this one, is putting little things around your home that really radiate and boost your feminine energy. And I was thinking about this when I was writing down some notes earlier about how I have these like cute little white fuzzy slippers, and they're so simple, but when I wear them around the house, I just feel so much like cuter and better, and just it gives me joy. So how can you add candles, flowers, little decor, pictures, fuzzy slippers, a robe, like cute little things like that around your environment, because your environment really helps kind of dictate your feminine energy as well. So that when you get home and you're in your sanctuary, you can feel relaxed and at peace and in that feminine flow. Lastly, number 10, probably the most important one of them all, is being protective of your energy. Feminine energy is the most powerful thing in the world. Once you learn how to embody it, embrace it, live by it, people want it. Other people will try to suck it out of you. So you need to learn how to be protective of this energy. Once we start boosting it, if there's anyone in your life that's draining you of your energy, that's not deserving of it, if there's anything in your life that you might need to let go of because it's not, in alignment and that's draining your feminine energy, you need to learn how to set boundaries and say no to it. The feminine energy is so powerful. I'm not just going to be readily giving it away to anybody for free. Anything for free. I'm learning how to set boundaries and be protective of myself and harness and garner this energy because it is so powerful. And you shouldn't just let it go freely to anyone or anything that might not deserve it. So I hope you enjoyed today's Sunday self-development YouTube video. If you did, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, let me know you listened, and I will catch you in the next one.